Today we're going to be checking out the brand new LEGO The Batman Movie set 70914, the Bane Truck Attack. It has 366 pieces. Comes with Bane, Mutant Leader, and Batman. Looks like a fantastic looking set. Here's the box. There's the back of the box. Set here cost about $60 to $65. Found this at Walmart. You head over to www.lego.com/Batman Movie. There's the box. And this is the completed set. Comes with two manuals, Manual A or Manual 1, and a big beefier Manual 2. Following these steps will give you this finished build. Build time approximately, I want to say about 45 minutes, but I was also watching TV, so mileage may vary. Comes with some minifigures. Let's look at those right now. Comes with Batman. This Batman basically makes all the appearances with these Batman movie tie-in builds. This one no exception, with the now included separate piece for the utility belt, which I do like. He has two faces, the more concerned face. And you can go ahead and spin that around, and he's got the more sneering face, if you want to call it that. He has a cloth cape, which the capes are a nice improvement from the original capes that we got with these minifigures. Not much to be said for Batman, other than the fact that he does come also with a Batarang, which he actually comes with 2. That's not true. He comes with 3. The third one is actually for the Batcopter. So there's your Batman. Moving along to the other smaller minifigure, he comes, or this set comes with Mutant Leader. I would have loved a Mutant Leader about the size of Bane, but they ended up giving us just a smaller, regular size Mutant Leader, just like the movie. Comes with a torch we put into his hand. Face looks great on it. Only has the one-sided print because there's obviously nothing covering the back alternate print. Has the visor, some ripped abs, and exposed fangs for biting. Biting maybe you. The star of this attraction, if anything could be said for this release, is this Bane. My God, this is a glorious looking Bane. He's stocky, he's big, he's bulky, he's Bane. Kind of looks like a cross between the Nolan Bane and a regular comic Bane, of course, due to his size. The mask is glorious on this. We haven't gotten, well, we've gotten lots of Banes in the past. We've got the Banes with the Mighty Micros, which was actually a pretty decent looking Bane, although a little short, of course, for the short legs. And then we've gotten the Nolan Dark Knight Rises Bane as well. This is a much beefier Bane that by all comparing those figures with this guy here, he has the pack on the back that gives him, of course, his venom running into his arms. He does have posability, nothing in his head, nothing in his legs. His legs are pre-molded, but they do have the brick bottom, so you can attach them to anything. But he does move at least at the arms and the hands, which that's about all I would really expect. And very happy with this Bane. I love you so much, Bane. We'll put him right over there. He stands obviously very easily because of his sheer size. Now let's look at the vehicles. Vehicle number 1, the more minuscule, kind of rinky-dink vehicle, which tends to be the case when you get large builds like this, or this is kind of like categorized as the medium builds. The set was about $60 to $65. You get usually one big vehicle, and then you get a smaller vehicle, in this case a Batcopter, which has an extra Batarang for the little side propeller, has a bigger propeller at the top, and a pair of bat wings. Kind of reminds me also something that you would have saw from the 60s Batman series, just the way that it looks, with the reds and the blacks and stuff like that. It has a little, you know, a little arm adjustment there. You can take your Batman figure, fold his legs, take the Batarang out of his hand. He doesn't really need that. And he sits very comfortably just on those little red pegs there. Kind of have to get your finger, however, around the propeller. This is not a vehicle by any ways that Batman would want to be standing up on. Standing up on it, although again, it's not going to, he'll just bang his head. At least it won't. He won't hit the propeller, but there's Batman. Big wheels in the front, small wheel on the back. Not really much to be said for that, but we'll just put it right over there. Obviously, the more impressive part of this release is the Bane Truck. Let's look at that right away, but before we do that, Comes with a brick lifter. Came with some stickers as well. I've already gone ahead and applied all the stickers. Let's actually maybe look at a couple other things before we do that. One of the other things it does come with is an Ace Chemicals little tank. And I guess you could put technically a minifigure in there. Maybe not. You could probably put some other things in there, like, for example, they give you a whole bunch of these extra green bits. You could put those all in there. So when you hit it, there's a little platform, just like a little, I don't know what you would call it, like just like a little lever, I guess. You hit the lever, and it should actually hit this. Sometimes though, if you don't have it just right, yeah, it doesn't actually always do it. But the idea is it's supposed to pop this off, or spill at least the stuff that's in it. Yeah, mileage may vary. It doesn't always do the greatest of jobs of hitting that. You kind of have to really hit it, and even then it doesn't really do the greatest of jobs. You have that, and what you could always do too, I guess you could put these in there as well. Yeah, that's basically what it would do. You hit that, it knocks the little tanks out. There we go. That's exactly what it does. I just wasn't paying attention. So you get 3 of these little venom, these little toxic tanks. I like that it's got the little wheel cog on the end there. I'm just actually looking at the instructions. The instructions actually show, yeah, shows the little tanks that go inside of here. Doesn't actually hit the whole tank. So you get that, and you get 3 of these. Now let's look at the main draw. I guess side to Bane is the Jeep. The Jeep looks like something you would see on an off-terrain course, but just souped up on steroids. It looks really neat though. I love the orange color. It kind of looks like Swindle from Transformers. It's a cross between a Jeep, a Hummer, again like an all-terrain vehicle. It's got one giant tank of that venom on the back there, and a full area where lots of things could sit. So for example, you could take the extra tanks. Those tanks could just sit and plug into the back like so. That. And it's really neat. Like it's got a lot going for it. It has a couple of flags on the sides where you can see the Bane Bear. Has that on both sides. Big giant tires on the front. Again, those rear suspension kind of, I don't even know how you would describe it, but it would move back and forth if it's going over like rocks, boulders, big giant tree stumps. The Batman, I guess, as well. And then one of the other things it has on it is this giant Gatling gun, which has a scope for scoping out the bat. This does rotate, and it does come with these little missile pieces here, which are on a hair trigger, I might add. You attach these, and you get enough of them to fill the entire, whoops, you get enough of them to fill the entire truck. But the problem is, it is on the, well, I don't even know what's more than a hair trigger, but it is on these. You rotate it ever so slightly, and even when I was attaching these were popping off and flying across the room. So one advisement I would probably make is don't put them all on here, because if you just slightly bang it, they're going to go flying everywhere. Some sticker application. Stickers applied to the areas around the tires. So you got stickers here, stickers on the flags. And you can go ahead and take the, just want to move this forward. You can take your Mutant Leader. Take the torch out of his hand. Take the Mutant Leader. He fits very claustrophobically in there. There's a, you can't even barely see it, but there is a steering wheel. There's also a control console that's in front of the steering wheel. You would never be able to see it from here. Maybe you can see it. I don't really know. But he sits in the front driver's seat, and then there's these pegs on the top where you can take the Bane, and Bane just attaches via these bricks to the top here. And then you can just bring forward the Gatling gun, and you've got yourself one disastrous tag team of destruction. It looks great. Bane stands fairly good on here too if you get him on the right bricks. Sometimes he does sit a little loose on there, but the end result though is one fantastic looking vehicle. I didn't get a chance to really pick up many of the Batman movie vehicles. There's some that I would want to get over the others, like the Joker car, and even like the Riddler set looked pretty good. But as you know with Legos tend to be a little bit on the more expensive side. So I get a little choosy when it comes to specific sets that I want to get over others. The Bane, by all means, was really like the set I want to get. I also want to get like the Scarecrow set, which is a smaller set that had somewhat of a helicopter, but it did have the minifigures. The vehicles are cool, but the main draw for me is the minifigures, and the main draw for me getting this set was obviously for the Bane, which looks so very cool. Like I said, this set is now out. I found this at Walmart, but you can also find it at Toys R Us. Surprisingly, a very hard to find set too. Toys R Us had it for a bit, then they sold out of it. I went back to the Toys R Us, they didn't have it. I went to Walmart, they didn't have it. I went back the next week, and they had one of this set. And it was actually on the end display, and it looks like a lot of people are probably scooping this up, maybe necessarily for the Bane, but also just for the fact that the build is really cool, and you've got really nice, awesome vehicles. The copter's a little on the lame side, but the Jeep tank that Bane has is very cool, and especially loving the minifigures that they come included with the set. Again, roughly the set's about $60 to $65. The build times are going to be about half hour to 45 minutes. Mileage may vary depending on how much TV you're watching, like this guy, as you're building the set. Nonetheless, today we were checking out set 70914 from the Batman Lego movie. This was the Bane Toxic Truck Attack. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? A big giant orange truck to come burrowing through your house, firing hair trigger missiles at you? That's not something you wanted. Don't be that person that invites that kind of company to your house. Be that person that hits that little subscribe button down below and doesn't miss a beat when it comes to future videos hitting this channel. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.